Hey, fellow YouTubers, it's me again, John Lavelle. Listen, I'll tell you why I would never want to live in an apartment or live in a condominium. Personally, I think they suck. Okay, I'll tell you, I'm from both sides of the fence. I live in houses and I live in apartments and stuff, and the life is completely different. The only thing that a condominium and an apartment have as an advantage is you can put out as much garbage as you want. You don't get tagged or by the town or the city because you put more garbage out and your recycling isn't so scrutinized. I just grab the shit and throw it out in the bucket there, and they don't come knocking at my door saying, hey, you didn't wash this can or you didn't wash that can. So that's the difference, okay? A house, I like elbow room. I don't, the further my neighbors are away from me, the better. You live in an apartment, let me tell you something, you just talk about nothing to anybody because it's all over the building in 2 minutes. And the other problem is there's always a war going on where half the people are on one side and half the people are on the other side in apartments, and they just talk about each other all the time, and this person did that and that person did this, and it's like a crazy world. You know what it is, because they got nothing to do. I mean, they don't cut lawns, they don't do any gardening, they don't, no hobbies outside. Spend a lot of time inside getting crazy. That's what they do. They sit around watching TV or go out in the hall and start gossiping about somebody. I like the privacy of a home. Another thing is noise. You have somebody living above you. It's not very good. You can hear stereos of people's dogs because the person next door has a dog. They can't shut up, especially if they go out for 3 hours. I gotta listen to it for 3 hours, and it's a real eye opener for me. I mean, I lived in houses where I could have had a nap anytime I want because it's just so nice and quiet. You have full control in the house is what you have, and your neighbors don't bother you, and I think houses are worth more too. What's an apartment worth? What you pay rent, but you're not getting any of it back. And condominiums, everybody's flying to them, but they're making them so small you can't even live in them anymore. I've heard of them even at 200 square feet. You know how anybody can live in 200 square feet, and that's like living in the back of a minivan. But anyways, that's the advantage. Another disadvantage is, you got, say you're bringing groceries, like, 60 pounds of groceries. It's not nice to take it all the way from a parking lot, all the way up into the front doors and get through the, security doors, and then you get some buildings that are short don't even have elevators, so you can be hauling that shit up 3 floors. The ones that do, you gotta get in the elevator, then you get at the other end, up to where you're going. Especially those things like 30 stories, you're in the elevator forever, and then you get to your apartment, and you're just about dead just doing that. And where your house, I just bring the vehicle right up to the back door and throw the groceries right through the door, and it's done. Anyways, now, a house, you got to cut the lawns and that, but I don't mind cutting lawns. I mean, I get to go outside for an hour and a half, so I cut the lawn once a week. And if I don't want to do it, just hire some kid to do it. And I got the garden there, and you got a garage to bang and clang on hobbies you're doing, and you got the whole basement for that. You got way more space and way more accommodations for people that might be visiting and stuff like that. And there's an atmosphere in a house. You can put an atmosphere depending on how you decorate it, and that you can get a real good feeling coming home. Apartments, I don't get the feeling. I don't like them at all. That's my opinion on apartments. See you later.